questions continue to rise on which African member states or what kind of budget we're looking at and who are the contributors to this one. It is a decision that has been approved by Cabinet as of Monday this week. Government says this will be completed in the next 2 to 3 years. And we have more on this particular story with Ramson Mhere. Ramson, many thanks for joining us. Questions on where we are getting this resource budget from, where are we getting the funds, who else is involved in this particular project?
Well, Tracy and the viewers of NBS, we have been told by the ICT Minister that the process of having this agency established 16 in Addis Ababa when the UN countries sat and decided that there was need for a humanitarian agency to be established. And from then, the agency have been on up to now, where Uganda did bid with several other countries. The minister was not able to tell us the number of countries that did bid for this, but of course she did state that several countries had to put in their bid, make sure that they host or house the agency, and of course from the competition has come with the cost of a taxpayer's money, because at least 86 million US dollars, over 350 billion, will have to be spent on the construction of the headquarters. What we know is that the whole project of the construction will be funded strictly by the government of Uganda. Of course, with hope that the buildings will be left behind from, at least the minister says, these buildings, when the headquarters happen to leave, will be left here as assets of the government of Uganda. So they are willing and ready to be investing at least in having that. And of course, they are counting on also on foreign exchange that will be coming in as a result of, agents and, of course, delegates that will be visiting Uganda to come either participate directly in conferences that will be happening here, or even, spend some time here in consultants, or even offering other services as far as African Union Humanitarian Agency is concerned. The aim, of course, is to address human rights gaps that does exist across the African continents. You're looking at wars, you're looking at climate change, you are looking at, of course, hunger. At least Uganda has recently had the hunger issue. So they believe that this agency that will be established here will coordinate African Union states to make sure that they come together in giving out solution of a human crisis or humanitarian needs. Uganda must part ways with 86 million US dollars to make sure that they spend it on the construction of the headquarters that will be housed in Lubowa. But before that, the technical team is expected to arrive in the country. Uganda will also be renting houses for this technical team as the construction of the main headquarters does take place. But Tracy, that's the highlight in this story, but of course we are working on the whole story, and the details will be in our subsequent bulletin. Masenge J we have at 7 p.m, then also live at 9 p.m. Tracy, I want to get back to you at the Political Command Center. That is what has been done, or what was decided in the cabinet decision that sat yesterday. Tracy, back to you at the Political Command Center.
Thank you so much, Ramson Mhere, and indeed we'll be waiting for details in the subsequent bulletins. Now, police in Masaka are investigating circumstances surrounding a night accident at Rera Swamp along the Masaka-Kampala road that claimed 13 lives. A sand-laden lorry collided with a taxi, killing 11 people instantly, while 2 others died on arrival at hospital. Preliminary investigations blame the crash on reckless driving by the lorry driver. We have details on this.
In the night of 3rd August 2026 at around 2300 hours, we registered a fatal accident in Rera Swamp, that is Kamunga Trading Center along the Kampala-Masaka Highway. The accident involved a Toyota Hiace taxi, the registration number UA 662HU, and a Sino truck, registration number UBS 040F, transporting sand. 14 people died on spot, all from the taxi, 4 injured, 2 from the taxi and 2 from the sino truck. The injured ones were admitted at Masaka Referral Hospital, and also the 14 dead bodies taken to the same hospital mortuary for postmortem. Our police visited the scene and the investigations are underway, and the efforts to trace the fleeing driver also ongoing. We condemn acts of drivers for reckless driving because it's alleged that it was the root cause of the accident. We mourn with the departed families. Of course, it was reckless driving by the driver. We are told he tried to dodge the hump and ended up hitting the taxi head-on.
A move expected to strengthen livestock disease diagnosis and improve animal health services in the Germany district is set to receive veterinary laboratory equipment worth millions of shillings under the monitoring of ticks and tick acaricide resistance project. The intervention is aimed at strengthening Uganda's capacity to monitor ticks and acaricide resistance through the refurbishment of veterinary laboratories, installation of modern diagnostic equipment, training of laboratory personnel, and the establishment of a national database to guide livestock disease control policies. Under the project, the Germany District Veterinary Laboratory will be equipped with modern diagnostic tools, while laboratory technicians will receive specialized training to enhance surveillance, diagnosis and management of tick-borne diseases and acaricide resistance.
And this project is partly supported, if not wholly, by Gates Foundation. And it is aimed at addressing the twin problem of tick acaricide resistance and tick-borne diseases, which are one of the biggest threats to the livestock sector currently in the country. Under this project, we are supposed to capacitate laboratories in the vet sector across the country to be able to diagnose tick acaricide resistance with the view of using what we call evidence-based control mechanisms.
It is a program to improve the economic growth in terms of the livestock sector. And this particular program now, for me, I'm extremely happy that Germany has been included as part of this program for improving the livestock in our district.
This project is working on 2 key things. One, helping districts in diagnosing at district levels whether they have got tick resistance or not in their animal populations. You know, ticks affect and transmit diseases to cattle, to goats, to sheep, even to pigs and dogs. They transmit disease conditions that often end into mortalities. 2, they're also helping to establish laboratories at district levels.
Now, the presence of the laboratory will help us to have proper diagnosis before treating, unlike this time when we just suspect and the doctors are limited because of lack of facilities. So we think the presence of this laboratory will relieve us from the disease burden that we are already experiencing.
Nkumba University has concluded a 10-day Rotary Wash Institute Plumbers training program with participants challenged to return to their health facilities and champion improved water, sanitation and hygiene services to enhance healthcare delivery. The training brought together nearly 100 plumbers and health practitioners from 50 health centers across Uganda. Participants received both practical and classroom-based instruction in wastewater and drainage management, infection prevention and control, water safety and healthcare water systems. Kumba University Vice-Chancellor and Project Lead Professor Jude Lubega described the initiative as a timely intervention aimed at addressing the shortage of technical expertise required to maintain water and sanitation infrastructure in health facilities.
We engaged and then we agreed that we should start a Rotary Wash Institute at Kumba University. Ever training to be offered by this institute has been a training for the plumbers from health centers from across the country. Having 100 health center personnel who are in charge of plumbing that have built capacity in the different areas of water, hygiene, and sanitation around plumbing. This has been a very, very good training of 10 physical days at Kumba University, which is going to be followed up by 5 weeks of online learning and engagement with the trainers. And then lastly, by 2 weeks, which will involve the trainers visiting the health centers to really see what the trainees have been able to do on what they were trained on.
From all over Uganda, we are getting skills on how best we can improve water and sanitation systems in our facilities. And this is very, very important. We are so grateful to have been part of this training as plumbers, because water has been a challenge, especially water systems, how it is being handled in hospitals. And yet, when you have safe water, you can actually halt and control so many diseases that are preventable.
Learned a lot of things, some things like waste management, plumbing in healthcare facilities, because it's very different from plumbing in the other places. Well, we've learned a lot.
Help my community to have very good quality water, and in that way I will be preventing most of the waterborne diseases.
We are going to take a very short break right here on NBS Television with a reminder of what is currently showing on our sister platforms now. Be sure to check out the committee sessions at Parliament on NBS Live with, of course, the PAC committee interfacing with some of the ministries and institutions on NBS Plus. Snack and Vibe is happening while Sanyuka currently has Music Taxi also going on. So be sure, if you haven't already, check in with our other platforms for these and more. We will certainly be returning with Live at 1 in just a bit.
And that's it for today. Till the next episode.
Like a daily bando, like a daily bando, like a daily bando. Omuli dongo ulira muli, momotsima kukankana like drums. Kalakata.
Uganda, are you ready? Chikakasidwa, ngabiri mulumu August, Kulugaga cricket over. We want to concert your market single bunene. Skyview ne Swans Avenue, Bakutu Sako. Vinka! Live and loud. I know your biggest musical celebration of the year. Shilling them 20 Saturday Chundu. VIP Mtwalo Mnana Chundu. Emeza ya milioni nya. Tickets zitan so kutundiwa. 20 momo. Kamunyenye momo kaga tano. Kamunyenye bili zero kadara. Emili yangu tujigula kusamwe ndaze nyini. Hulu Vinka wambe stage. Hakonkone ndongo hit after hit. Titwagala ba Vinka addicts. Ba Vinka fashionist. Musale go. Tujuze lugogo. Iwakidua. Skyview. Ebitege kebwa. Swans Avenue.
Billions are invested, promises are made, projects are launched. But what happens after the ribbon is cut? Are public funds delivering results? Are communities seeing the impact? Every Sunday, NBS Television follows the money, audits the promises, and examines the projects shaping Uganda with facts, evidence, and voices from the ground. Fixing Uganda. Auditing progress, demanding accountability. Every Sunday, only on NBS Television.
But now Uganda moved it chitabanga wo. But you clear process to sako. I really namatuvu. Atuse mukapala kuserena hotel. Ngabiri murumu August. Mushoja atumye. Strong woman. Life. Ofeyile mitwalo kumi. Yepe mitwalo kumi netano kuget. Alebadi mitwalo kumi. Ate meza ya milioni satu. Ticket zito ndiwa kupa passport. Kujod kala solutions. Na kuserena hotel. Wanyene. Unari namatuvu ya singa mutawaita authentic Uganda rhythms. And kuma ya Afro pop. Egate ngoma ya wana. Nechi dongo. Unari Afrima award winner. Best female artist for East Africa choreography. Yairi ni namatuvu. Screen. Stage. Namatara. Habiri murumu August. Serena Hotel. Mwana watu nava muerekedeko. Fogo. Karempita bimami bidye. Be strong woman. Because the sentence at Chikazi. Tuagara biana biaskoba. Bimadulo.
Tuoza sentence wawereza kusimu zabade mwe chichupuli chetano. Were zindala.
Tuagidwa. KCB Bank. Newman Zabakolo Bumpati Mpati. Victoria University. Uniform. Pepsi. Mount Caleb International School. Bualula. Veniva Logistics. Afro Mobile. Nesanyuka TV.
This is not just a run. This is a movement with purpose. Join us on 30th August 2026 at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds for the Cancer Run 2026. Starting at 6 a.m. Also taking place simultaneously in other districts across Uganda for the completion of the one-stop cancer center at Nsambia Hospitals. Registration is only 30,000 Ugandan shillings online using Gonza Pay. Gates are available at all Centenary Bank branches, Capital Shoppers outlets, Bread House branches, the Cancer Run office on Zimwa Road Muyenga, the Rotary Uganda office at Nick Building, and Rotary clubs across the country. The Rotary Cancer Run 2026 is organized in partnership with the Parliament of Uganda, Centenary Bank, Crystal Water, and Next Media Group.
Welcome back. You are watching NBS Live at 1 with me, Tracy Kansime. State prosecutor in the 2018 kidnap and murder of Susan Magara has asked for the death penalty of the 9 convicts who kidnapped and murdered her in cold blood. According to the state attorney, it is the only sentence that can bring a semblance of comfort to the late Susan Magara's family. The High Court in Kampala is set to decide the fate of the 9 people convicted with the 2018 kidnap and the murder of Susan Magara after she was abducted from Mengo, a Kampala suburb. We're joined by Jamila Mlindwa. Jamila, good afternoon. Many thanks for joining us. Now, quite the proceedings here. Have the convicted 9 had any opportunity to speak perhaps to court or to the family in regards to what the state is asking for?
Thank you, Tracy. What I can tell you right now, court has been adjourned for 35 minutes to give the defense lawyer or advocate, Kambogo Richard, a chance to speak to his clients after the prosecution asked court to give them a death sentence. Now, before the adjournment, prosecution laid out its case and proved to court why they would want the death sentence to be carried out on the 9 convicted persons in the murder of Susan Magara. They said this was not a random act, but it was planned from the beginning and well executed. And this was not an ordinary gang of criminals, but a well planned out gang that carried out a very syndicated crime of kidnap with intention to get ransom, but also later on turning into murder. Going ahead, the prosecution led by Joseph Chomuhendo, they laid out each person's role in the murder and the kidnap of Susan Magara, from who came up with the plan, who carried out the surveillance, who went ahead to kidnap her, who put her in, who provided a house where she stayed for close to 3 weeks, who carried out the amputation of her fingers, who sent it to the parents, and also who demanded the ransom, and who planned the drop-off of the ransom. Also, ahead of that, they also talked about the SIM cards that were used in executing this plan and how the convicted persons decided to throw them away immediately after the crimes were done. Now, prosecution also told court that the crimes of kidnapping with the intention of getting ransom, its first sentence starts from 35 years to death penalty, while murder also its highest sentence is death penalty. So they are pushing to have the 9 convicted persons be sentenced to death. And we are going to go back in just a few minutes to listen to the defense, because we think, or like the defense lawyer said, that they intend to ask for leniency to have their sentence put down from death penalty. But all that will be seen in the next few minutes to understand what court decision will be in this case.
Thank you so much, Jamila Mulindwa, and indeed we shall be waiting for details of this in our subsequent bulletins. Moving on, a sting operation by the National Drug Authority has uncovered a network of health workers accused of siphoning government medicines from public health facilities and channeling them into private stores, leading to the arrest of several suspects in Oyam district. The operation, which lasted 3 days, was triggered by the arrest of a border rider who was found transporting medicines concealed in a metallic box. Investigators followed the trail to Oyam, where they uncovered what officials described as a well-coordinated drug diversion scheme. Isaac Otui reports.
A National Drug Authority sting operation has uncovered an alleged network of health workers siphoning government medicines from public health facilities in Oyam district, leading to the recovery of large quantities of drugs and the arrest of several suspects. The crackdown followed the arrest of a border rider who was found transporting government medicines concealed in a metallic box, prompting investigators to trace the supply chain to northern Uganda.
And indeed, after arresting Kizito, that first gentleman, he confessed that he was getting these drugs from health workers who work at these 2 health centers. And that is the Atipe Health Center 3 and Anyeke Health Center 4.
During the operation, NDA enforcement officers raided 3 stores in Minakulu sub-county in Oyam district, about 20 kilometers from Anyeke Health Center 4, and recovered assorted medicines worth 70 million Uganda shillings, bearing the inscription Government of Uganda, not for sale. The recovered commodities included anti-malaria drugs, ARV medicines, syringes, and other essential and medical supplies intended for patients in public health facilities.
They consider them in dustbins. Others, there are some security reports that some even go through caskets, you can imagine, to get them out of government stores before they get onto black market.
The drugs inside my house, that was how the medicines were recovered in my house. because we came back from outreach very late. Not that I stole medicines.
At least 7 suspects, including 4 government health workers linked to Atipe Health Center 3 and Anyeke Health Center 4, were arrested to assist with investigations. National Drug Authority Public Relations Officer Abias Wamiri said preliminary findings indicate that the medicines were illegally removed from government health facilities before being stored and distributed through private channels.
And even I try to query some other people. They say that when they go to a health center, at later, maybe after 2 weeks, at the time of bringing the drugs, if you go there after 2 weeks, you don't find the drugs.
They have actually not only been stolen, but their condition cannot be guaranteed. So as National Drug Authority, and that is going to be in our report to courts overall.
The authority has said the diversion of public medicines not only denies patients access to life-saving treatment, but also undermines government efforts to improve healthcare delivery.
Ntungamo district has received 900 bags of organic fertilizer from the government through the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries to bolster agriculture productivity under cost-sharing program. Government will meet 70% of the cost while farmers contribute 30%. District authorities are awaiting implementation guidelines before distributing the fertilizer through the agriculture officers and extension workers, with beneficiaries selected transparently to ensure proper utilization.
As a department and in Ntungamo, we look forward to see that we increase pasture manure consumption and usage in order to improve our production and productivity per unit farm.
We have received fertilizer organic in Ntungamo, about 900 bags that will be distributed to farmers and through MAIF. I want to thank the Government of the Republic of Uganda for having initiated this and to be able to get the fertilizer. The 900 bags will be distributed among the farmers into the district. We shall work with our agriculture extension workers through the Office of DPO and the agriculture officers to see that these farmers receive the fertilizers.
To the technical team, kindly make sure when you are selecting the farmers, give the farmers who are already having crops, gardens, which they are supposed to utilize this. Instead, not taking the fertilizer and keep them. The farmers who will not get, kindly don't say that our government has not given it to us or has not seen us. No, we are there. We are going to keep planning for you, and you are going to receive.
Government of Uganda has a core of producing 20 million bags by 2040. So I think at such a time, government is doing its best and it's doing what it's supposed to do, support on the farmers.
I want to thank our government for its continued commitment to make sure that they deliver services to its population.
Therefore, allow me to receive 900 bags of organic fertilizers.
Business leaders are now moving to make customer experience a boardroom priority, saying that poor service could cost companies, both customers and long-term growth. This was met during the Customer Experience Association Uganda's CEO breakfast meeting in Kampala. Executives urged organizations to build a customer-first culture from top down.
Customer experience leaders from different organizations and industries. The CEOs were key for this event. Why do we have it? We really want to take the future of customer experience to the next level. We want to put the customer experience at the boardroom level of our organizations, and we are particular about it. We are deliberate. We are going for it. and no more turning back?
One, we've noticed that around Uganda and even Africa at large, CX remains a big challenge. And you'll note that most of the organizations have actually delegated to the front desk staff, or to somebody, just one particular person, with fragmented, probably in terms of reporting, there's a lot of fragmentation in terms of the CX. So that's the first thing that is missing out. One, in terms of aligning the CX agenda in our organization. That's number one. Number two, the other thing that is missing out is the budgets. The CX is being looked at as a cost, yet in actual sense, CX can actually become a revenue driver in organizations. That again is missing out. That most of the times you go to an organization, you realize that CX reports under a certain organization. They don't have a budget that independently supports the activities. So some of the takeaways from this organization and what we had this morning was to speak to the leaders in the room and telling them, as we leave this room, should we see that shift, first and foremost in the mindset? How are you, one, structured in terms of the CX department? Number two, how are you financing or how are you supporting and how are you giving leadership and mandate to the CX head in your department?
That particular story brings us to the end of NBS Live at 1. For more on these stories, do join us in our subsequent bulletins. But as we sign out, a reminder that at 2 p.m. plenary will be back. Parliament is back after a short recess and they will be addressing to key issues. So be sure to be a part of the conversations on the proceedings there. And if you haven't already, download the Afro Mobile so you can follow these proceedings regardless of where you are. My name is Tracy Kansime. Have a good afternoon.
NBS. Always.
Teams eziva wansi how prepared jebali wakati nga betegekera ensonga zino nga wenyaniriza ane banafe abali ku NBS the big political command center tubakulisayo okuva mu live at 1 and we're here the flexible team to let you know bichebigera maso in the world of sport, of course, as we continue to champion Uganda sport. Ligia fe eyo kontiko is it confirmed fixtures already they have been released kwetegekera byonna and already the top teams go batumanyi nti betegekese batya how ready is Vipers, Express FC Villa, KCCA Chitara, of course, and the rest all over to get a newcomer, Banasok Saseningo, Kubera Mulij, and Moko position, Bagaro Kwabete, come on. But remember, we are being sponsored by Coca-Cola and a Coca-Cola Kujukiza Jikisa, Bionanga to be cola, Cheno Cola Changuino Dala, Tula Wansuaka Chokoro, then scanning a QR code down, Akajoko to Language to Zanye to be Fena Fena, Yenisa, or Fenas to Kim, or Sorokwanga to Bita foot of Akakadeka, a sentence of the Makadakaramba. Zikulindi dide ngabitwagala okwegata ku wagiza amanjinyo abaniride Premier League
abanya Coca-Cola omunyu wa Coca-Cola okanywa n'okawulira nga kayira n'okola boti era buli muntu yakunyiza mu bulamu teke koko mukole boti njagala genda
musaza lyabene ewakaima abwetu banamokota nabo tumanyi nti bwe kituuka ku mupiira gwa Premier League buli omu agamba nja kufiirawo ku mulundi guno ennaku bagamba eno yo baga nti tunyoka butaba naye Premier League amugana nange njagala nnyo okwebaza gy'oli embeera eri etya manyi nti abawagizi kaakati bali ku ssaawa yo kabagamba essaawa yeeno.
Okay, mugana wange neyanza nnyo wamu n'omulabi wa NBS ne NBS Sport ate aliko mu tuntu y'olunaku olwaleero kakati wano njaga kutegezaako nti nyimiridde mu ssaza ya Ssaabasajja Kabaka eryakayima naye nga nyimiridde ne kubamu ku bawagizi ate abatakoma wagira mupiira gwa waka gokka wabula nga basala ne baddakoko ne mu liigi ziri ez'Ebulaaya. So kakati bano benyimiridde nabo okusinga ntegeezeddwako nti amu bawagizi ba Arsenal kossa ttiimu eya Manchester United abalindiridde essaawa obusawa oba ennaku entini ezitakyawera yadde 20 ezibulayo kubanga ate liigi eyo etandika. So kakati njagala okkirize mu kaseera kano njogerekoko n'abawagizi baneno batubulire ttiimu zizaabwe wakati nga empaka zino zigenda okutandika balaba nga zeeteeseteese zitya okusinziira ku signings ezikoleddwa zinaabayamba oba. So njagala okkirize ntandike n'omukulu eno ssebo oli butereevu ku NBS ne NBS Sport era ensi yonna ekulaba twagala otubuliremuko oli muwagizi waaki ne ttiimu yo otubulire engeri gyeteeseteeseemu ne signings zonna zekoze.
Abalabi ba NBS Sport mwenna mbabuuzaako ndi muwagizi wa klabu ya Liverpool. Timu yaffe yaleese omutendesi omujja omusipaana Andona Irola yamaze okuba nga atwegattako. Twaviiriddwako ku basambi of course ababadde basuubira okuba nga mpaji nga Konate ne Mohamed Salah naye tusuubira nti okujja kw'omutendesi ono ennono gye twali tweyagaliramu ennyo ya Jurgen Klopp ayinza okuba nga agenda gikomyawo kuba yavudde ku klabu ya Bournemouth. Yabadde alabika bulungi nnyo mu kuzuula ebitone ebijja kubanga yaleese ku baana abato nga ba Elia Krupi yasobodde okuba nga yabapromoting okufuuka ensonga mukadde kano. So tusuubira ku basambi abaliwo ku Liverpool nga ba Trey Nyoni abato asobola okuba nga bakolamu omulimu ne bano abadde bavumbedde nga ba Florian Wirtz okuva ku ggwanga erya German yabeegattako season ewedde naye teyalabika bulungi nnyo. Nsuubira ne mu signings asobola okuba nga ayongeramu ku signings eziyinza okuba azibula klabu eno wabula obweraliikirivu nno nze tebundi ku klabu yange oba bano baminywanyi klabu ze basinga okuba nga bawagira wabula buli ku klabu ate eva mu London endala klabu ya Spurs nalabye nga nayo etandise okuba nga erikulutinga bulungi naye klabu ya Liverpool amaanyi tugatadde mu mutendesi omujja gwe tuyina gwe tumanyi nti amanyi omutendesi alina ekikopo ateta amumanyi bulungi nnyo kuba baaliko mu ssettendekero lyerimu. Then n'omutendesi ali ku klabu ng'eya Chelsea Zabi Alonso abeemanyi bulungi. So tusuubira ku bumanyirivu bw'omutendesi nga ne mu Premier League abaddemu though abadde ku klabu ntono naye ku mulundi guno agenze ku klabu nnene tusuubira nti asobola okuba nga atandikira awo akyanoonya okuba nga afuuka ow'enjawulo kuba abadde talina bye yakoze nnyo ng'omutendesi w'omupiira.
Okay, njagala nfunekoko ku muwagizi omulala mukulu ssebo gwe ebulaayi oba ey'ebungereza ttiimu ki gy'owagira era okusinziira nga tugenda okutandika olaba mbweteeseteese bulungi nnyo era osuubira nti ttiimu yo gy'owagira eyinza otwala ekikopo oba olinayo ttiimu endala gy'olaba nti ku mulundi guno ate ebasinzeko mmwe?
Kale katusooka okwebaza abatulaba mwenna mwebale nnyo kubanga kwemuli ku mukutu gwaffe guno gwa NBS ate nawe tukwebaza ssebo okubeera ng'ofeffetta abasajja ba Kabaka n'abawagizi b'omupiira n'abalabi b'ensonga kubanga babeerawo abalaba ensonga mu by'obufuzi waliwo abalaba ensonga mu byenfuna waliwo abalaba ensonga mu bya bizinesi kati ffe tulaba ensonga mu by'emizannyo tweyanza nnyo tweyanzege. Ndi muwagizi wa Liverpool ttiimu ennungi ennyo etalina nkaayana era obanga ojagala wagira Liverpool osirike. Liverpool eyo tubaddemu season ewedde tubadde tutaaganyizibwa nnyo naye sijja kwawukanako ne kagujje wange oyo Coach Peter ensonga zayogedde nti nno twaleese omutendesi amanyi liigi ate nga bw'omulaba gy'abadde atendeka nti abadde ali mu ttiimu etamubanja bingi kati kiba kitegeeza nti katuuse eno mu ttiimu ennene ate ng'ebanja bingi kiba kitegeeza nti ajja teekawo ate omutindo ogw'enjawulo kubanga nga bwayogedde nti Bateta yabeerako nabo kooki yabeerako nabo mu ssettendekero lyerimu kati kitegeeza nti liigi agimanyi ate gy'avudde ali mu liigi mwennyini kati ate musajja nga mukwano gwange bwagambye nti akuluutinga ebitone ebito n'abiyimusa kati Liverpool sizoni etandika eno besibe bbiri era nensaasira Abaaseno lwaki mbasaasira Liverpool we yatwala ekikopo Arsenal nga ekijja ku Liverpool Liverpool yagula buli kiramu Arsenal kyeriko kati mukugulaawo tiimu awo mukugulaawo neetagala kati Anisloti waffe n'atagalira kyovola abadde batukubeera abaaseno kozi oli waaseno abaaseno nati kati olwanjijjako kubanga waaseno so abaaseno mwesibe ebbiri
kafune ku muwagizi wa Manchester United omukulu tuli ku NBS Manchester United season eno mulabanga mwetesetese bulungi nnyo ekikopo kino
neyanza egesebo ndi muwagizi wa club ya Manchester United okusookera ddala nze nganze ndowooza nti Manchester tebayimiridde bubi olw'ensonga nti omutendesi Michael Carrick nga bwe tujjukira nti yadda mu bigere bya Ruben Amorim mu Manchester twali tukolera ddala bubi olw'ensonga nti omutendesi eyaliwo yali nze ndowooza tategeera selection ya tiimu naye Michael Carrick being nti yaliko n'omusambi wa Manchester ndowooza nti ayina vibe gyakomezaawo ku Manchester weewaawo nze obuzibu bwa Manchester ndaba nga buyinza okuba buli wakati awo kwani gwanasoosaayo ne gwanaleka olw'ensonga nti Kalosiruka Casemiro yabadde mpagirowaga mu masekati ga Manchester
kafune ku muwagizi wa Seno sebo abotelevu obawulidde beewaanya aba Liverpool aba Man U akati mu abaseno kiri kitya season eno
abo twabamanyira bali ku byabwe buli kadde bajja kwewaananga bwewaanyi naye ng'ebikopo bidda mu ki mu Arsenal okusinziira nga ttiimu yaffe teyatambudde nnyo tebagenze abasinga basigaddewo n'okusinziira nze nsuubira ekikopo kirina okuddirira gye kikoze eki gye kibadde
ndabawo ku musajja ono eyeetimbye akagundi ka Uganda Cranes sebo gwe Bulaaya kiki tusemberemu keno bwetito Bulaaya gw'ensongo zitunuulidde otya wagira ttiimu kye Bulaaya era olaba mwetesesemu tya season eno naddala ttiimu ebyo wagira
neyanze ndi muwagizi wa Manchester United ttiimu eyesinga okuba eŋŋanzi mu Bulaaya era tweteeseteese bulungi ensonga lwaki Manchester United teyaperforminganga bulungi oba oliawo yali omutendesi yaliwo yali talina formation gyasamba ate nga ne freedom abasambi tabawa freedom so kati embeera eriwo olaba nti season ewedde azze abasambi abateekateeka bulungi so kitwetera okuba nti ate kati tumwongedde season namba so ndaba nga tugenda kuba tuperforminga bulungi era nyongera otegeeza bano abawagizi ba Arsenal nti tiimu yali eperforminga bubi lwakuba mutendesi naye kaakati ate mulina okwenyweza ennyo ekijja si muntu ku ttiimu z'endala zonna
oba nsembyeyo omukulu ono sebo nga tumaliriza tuli ku NBS Sport ne NBS TV ensonga zetuliko ensonga za Premier League tiimu kijo wagira e Bungereza okusinziira woolaba tiimu kijo oyinza okugamba nti mulundi guno yegenda ogira
ndi wa United wadde tulinawo bukacere bwa Arsenal nga buli kaseera babeera boogera nnyo naye tukimanyi bamaze ebbanga ddene nga tebatwalanga ku kikopo naye oba oli awo we bakitutte ne kati bakyakuma ebipiira neffe ng'aba United twataddemu dde omwana Santos Ababrazil bategeera bakagaba ekyenkakasa Michael Carrick mwesiga bulungi nnyo era nsuubira nti ttiimu yaffe egenda kukola nnyo olaba na pre-season twatandikidde ku Atletico Madrid ani atagirabye twagigabye ettaki nga n'abaana tebannabakomawo kati bwe banaaba bakomyewo nsuubira kyekiseera tujja kulabako ku bakacere nga bazeemu beekwesa omanyi beekweka nnyo ake bafunyeyo ku kikopo batandise okuvaayo ne tugenda kuddamu tubasirise ate tubalage nti Man U ye ttiimu yokka gy'osobola okuwagira ate n'ogejjamu ne bw'oba mutono osigala onyirira naye abaaseno omusanga abasajja ne balina emibiri bagumu abaaseno so tujja kuwangula ekyo nkyekakasa
toyanze nnyo tweyanzege omulabi wa NBS mu ne NBS Sport kakati no ensonga z'owulidde z'abawagizi aba tiimu zezo eziri e Bulaaya naye nga bakutegeezeza bulungi nnyo nti aba Liverpool bo bagamba nti be basinze okweteekateeka aba Arsenal nabo bagamba nti mulundi guno era ekikopo abagenda kuba nga tebakyeddiza njagala okkirize naye nga sinaba kudda gy'oli tusooke tulabe ku bakulu bano mukulu Sebo bantegeezezza nti gwena tweyongereko kkono Sebo ono gwendi naye na ssentebe wa kyalo mulamba naye anjagala ensonga z'omupiira zino eno zigoberera bulungi nnyo omupiira gigenda kutandika Sebo gwe ttiimu kijo wagira e Bulaaya eyo era olowooza ttiimu ki ku luno gy'olaba nti esinze ginnayenkezo
nze mpagira ttiimu ya Manchester United nsuubira egezezzaako okubeera nga yeeterezaamu omusajja Talisman sisuubira nti musajja wakugezesa musajja tumulabyeko mu Premier League byakoze asobodde okubeera nga abikoze nsuubira mu kifo ekyo ekya Casemiro ajja kusobola bulungi okubeera nga kijjuza weewaawo nga nkyasuubira Manchester United okubeera nga eyongeramu amaanyi mu transfers ansuubira mu namba 3 awa Luke Shaw suubira Luke Shaw nti oba oli ajja kubeera nga asamba emipiira emingi nga gyatusambira season ejja
olw'ensonga y'emyaka ate naye yennyini abadde wa girasi emabegamu awo nsuubira abakulu bana bange ennamba eyo bagitereezezzaamu naye wala wensuubira Zesco naye abadde mulungi nnyo mu striking line awo naye nsuubira otuba tusobodde okwera
is here! And Yada for Life presents Mujatu CZ 2026 Nsima Edition on Saturday 29th August 2026 at Imperial Royal Hotel with a lineup of heavenly voices and ministers. Are you grateful to God for what He has done and accomplished in your life? Do you have a reason to ultimately thank God for? Get your deluxe ticket for 30K, gold for 50K, platinum for 100K, and a table at 2 million. Doors open at 4 p.m. Buy your ticket at Unique Uniforms, Uganda House, and at House of Rest, former Fido Dido. For bookings and reservations, call 0760-595-316 or 0708-766-536. Mujatu CZ 2026 Nsima Edition, and proudly sponsored by Yuga Tunes, Afro Mobile, Yuka TV, and NBS Music.
Too many ads? Expensive subscription? You deserve better. And artists, thousands of plays, but nothing to show for it. This ends now. Introducing Yuga Tunes, the new home of your favorite music on Afro Mobile. Listeners, stream your favorite songs ad-free at no cost. Artists, earn from every stream. Withdraw your royalties anytime from as low as 20,000 Uganda shillings. This is music that pays off. This is music that belongs to you. Yuga Tunes, your sound, your stage, your reward.
King Saha, Katana Lumis Kololo, Mutonde Kololo Festival, Gakumina Anga Sinkum Piramid Mukaga, your name is Kololo Air Strip, Hooking him to a minute, baby Toiletano, and Mezam Kadam Santo, one winner, Yobutano, King Saha, Yuka TV, NBS TV, NBS Music, Yuga Tunes, Capital FM Uganda, the Big Farmer.
Who are you? I'm Vic, the Boss King.
Oyagala gold rush wakuwe oyagala red rush wakuwe ulira boosti ulira funana funa boosti.
Funa Boosty with the extreme energy and refreshing taste of Sting energy drink, available countrywide at only 2,000 shillings. Must be Sting, from the makers of Pepsi.
The parent is Tuliahewa Dixon, and the child is Ani Tuliahewa Esther.
Kambera gwete kwa mugisha ngo ishe watuyahewa Esther wahangura school fees ngene na hateja shana amashemero magonka MTN momo eberewo mbeni nyegasta igana kaga ni 5 sta manana 0 hash kushashuro mwana school fees tokoma nyo mucheri zagwije wanje ninga nchaka kubasa kuzo wawe mwebare munonga.
Why pay for someone else's repairs? Say goodbye to hidden costs and hello to peace of mind of a brand new start. Discover the Suzuki range of unmatched, fuel-efficient and reliable options. From the iconic Jimny to the new Across Hybrid. Find the perfect blend of style and world-class efficiency. Upgrade today and enjoy 1 year of free fuel and comprehensive insurance, plus 2 years of free service and a 3-year warranty. Trade in your current car or choose financing to start driving as you pay installments. Don't wait. Visit the Suzuki showroom today or call 0800-211-033 to get started.
ukutaha muri mitwaro leta VIP mitwaro 20 debos miliyoni 3 hamwe na nitane z'abamazireyo kumanya bukiraho terazura umushanje 8 50 59 nkaga ninda bishagikirwe.
Experience the ultimate in bathing luxury with Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap. Choose from a variety of refreshing types, including menthol, antibacterial, ice cool, blueberry, coconut, and raspberry. Each one promises an upper-world, refreshing feel that redefines your experience with bathing. Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap, the ultimate refreshing feel. Distributed by Chapa General Enterprises, located at shop number 3, Rafik Building, Chikoba, Kampala. You can find Lanzo Luxury Bathing Soap in shops and supermarkets nearby.
Better study tips. Be vigilant. Watch out for unexpected prizes or lottery wins. Genuine contests do not require advance payments or personal information. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Brought to you by, in partnership with, Uganda Communications Commission and NBS.
Gaba masufu nyo mu ngeri emubendera lunch time hour eba nsufu nyene Coca-Cola atenga buwangula buscanning abonyera Premier League nebira bingi buli mind ndoze nawe ino inzo kwonga ndoze yo but Phenom studio na nafe tunia club ya Liverpool ne depth yayo wakati mu team obodi ya kali kabla kata team eno first round but kabla nyo second round ne bitu kamka tono new administration was stewardship ya
Andoni
Raiola, sorry. Yali call what team ya Bournemouth and to the team the likes of Isak, Vida Salah, Taliko team, team in Algeta Son the Northern Angatani, and you look at depth here so far together Angatani Kena goalkeeping, Alson Becker, then Mama
Dashaville. Of course bakipa balungi Madashaville aluddewo nnyo akadoptinga ndoza season yewedde yamugwereddemu mpira gye yalimu ko Liverpool yatagala mu defense yali emukoze bubi naye I think they are good to go. Alisson ekisoko musigaza experience ogirina where he falls short kuba kati atandise okulwala Madashaville ajja kujja Fripongo ne Bradley ndowooza kati obunafu bwa Liverpool webuli. Bradley is a young man growing up na ye tanafuna eyo maturity esobola okuba games 10 consistently ngaakola kyekemu abayo ne game enemmwe nungi n'aba n'endala mbi ate ye Fripongo nze sikirizanga konti namba 2 mpoza asobola okuba namba 2 nga mu system ey'abantu abazanyisa abazibiza abasatu naye bwe kiba si kyekyo eyo bbiri ya Fripongo zirizi bbiri ezaba kayizi bakabagambe ezatiriika omuntu musale then final product nebeera nga olumu tevuddemu na kirungi kunze ndowooza nti nedda ali ku screen ye Cody Gakpo nga of course tukwongezayo ku squad okulaba depth ya Liverpool Gomez ne bwatu Lewon. Gomez yalesa Liverpool ekikopo kya 2019 kikopo kya COVID bwe bayine Van Dijk bakuba back eyo naye he has never been the same. Zeno mbadde ndowooza nti bagenda kumutta bafuneyo back omulala kuba ogenda okulaba nga oba lack of playing time sitakyali Gomez oli kakati bamutaddeko omwana omuto abadde yakajja yatandikira mu injury naye nga wali gwendowooza naye alina bingi ebyokuyiga so kitegeeza Liverpool ku right back ne center back ku ludda lwa ddyo tebalinaamu Virgil van Dijk ne Jeremy Jacket I think is okay. Jeremy akyali muto nnyo gy'abadde yonna Abafaransa babadde bamulojja. Van Dijk sikiwanti akola ki ye obulungi bwe bubadde bwebbanga lyonovanga bweto defender buli kaseera abeera ku mimwa gy'abantu nti yeta ali mu top 10 defenders yabeerega mu season ewedde but partnership ne Konate yakola bulungi. Kakis ne Simicas bombi tebakuwa Robertson mulamba.
Yes.
The two of them. Kitegeeza nti Kakis yajja mulungi okuva ku Bournemouth. Kati the bit about it nti coach yamufuula kyali ye coach gwakola ki Simicas tabadde nawe akomyewo obukomi. Robertson okumuta baali balina be batidde seniority n'ebirala biba ku ba senior players. So onyinza okuga nti defense ya Liverpool ku lwange it is Van Dijk ne Jacket abateredde ate nga nabo era bali ku 80%. So Liverpool in defense have to bring a person. If not nga yegenda okola season Liverpool ekuuma lubaale ekuma lubugo lubale mubbe. McAllister Gravenberch no issues. Soboslai ne Jones I think amakati galevo tegabadde bizibu gatambuza ebyayo ate aba midfielders we bajjayo ne bakuba olumu bbiri nga bitabuse. Federico Chiesa ne Vita Munoz Federico alinge yaberegamu ate mu kuberegamu kuba Federico we yasanyanga ne Ronaldo ne Dybala mu Juventus he was promise nga neita ne katula neita lebade te yamuyita ku mipiira egimu wale tebajja mu World Cup ne waliwo ne mabega nga tebamuyita. Florian Wirtz ne Elliot those can learn on the job. Elliot being left footed asobola okuba ali eri Gakpo ne Ngumoha is promising. Gakpo ngojjeko nti alina amaanyi mu mugulu byakola nange mbikola.
Yeah, so yeah, up the Jutrina and that's
Isa Kanele Kitike I think that's okay. So Liverpool are short of about 2 or 3 players but 2 of them in defense.
Yeah, so just to confirm we get a kutu on the club ya AC Monaco.
Kati right babadde bagala bakola ku right wing naye sente nyingi.
Yeah, tujja kwa tulinda tulabe. Anga bisibula banafa abali ku NBS the Big Performance Center just to confirm Jordan Henderson is a blue. Abwetogera kakati bamu confirm
nze. Yegase ku Danny Welbeck ni Takamensa.
Yeah, just to confirm eri banafa
ku Xabi Alonso.
Yeah, yegase ku Xabi Alonso.
Batereze ekibira kuba embazi egenda kuluma agenda okubasaawa.
He comes with leadership.
He comes with leadership, he comes with experience, he comes with winning a Premier League wadde alinaemu naye yagiwangula lwakuba teyalinga mu kisaawe yavanga katebero yagiwangulira. So abaddengawo kyemmanyi kati bamulese kwogera na ttiimu agenda kujjanga kansala. Kuba si Jonathan Anderson nze ku Liverpool yalingawo naye ng'ebiseera bye byakatebe era n'akikkiriza wali alinako byalina his English alesa that English aura naye nga katulabe
kale akatabe nga bagambi just yemu kutire zibiri confirmed ku team ya Chelsea abwetonga betekekera soni yabwe Danny Welbeck n'omuzanyi gwetongera ko Jordan Henderson okuva mu club yetongera ko bamaze okuba confirming okwanti abegase ko bwecho omuzanyi wabwe
bamwadde emyaka 2 naye bana yabasambi bayina emikisa yaite yagenda buwarabu
yagenda ke buwarabu najja mu Ajax nava mu Ajax anajja
tebamusasula
kwanga bikola badogera ku bantu bangu ndibikopo n'empira mitono nnyo ate olugundi Nogard kusaidia timu ya Arsenal. There's mkwezo captains abaze bangu libikopo of course one captain wa timu ya Liverpool bidi 12 eri Virgil van Dijk na jana chikola jebuvude kemega then Martin Odegaard omwana okuveri dala e Denmark.
So wede kino si kitegedde bamulese bless okuba kuba winning captain ababaddengawo
okabangu the Premier League
abawangu the Brentford lwachi atemi akajibukamu no problem yene Danny Welbeck webali era ne numbers zizo zize appearances I think experience ntingo jeko yabasinga experience binana musatu then addako so Alonso kubato ayongeddemu experience naye nga Jordan Henderson nze simusuubira kuba nti ajja kuba mune impact ntini ekisinga ajja kuba off the field.
Alright, twagala basindika mu parliament eseteeserezo w'eggwanga Uganda.
They are going to parliament.
Mu Uganda parliament sebanda parliament bajikiza nti Coca-Cola kaba kalungi nnyo naddala biseera ebyo.
Era ku kantini ya parliament mukulu Oboth munnamukono munnange munnakyagwe ka Coca-Cola tebakeerabira. Let them take a Coco n'ebiteesa ababaka bibanateesa it will be mukulu olanya beyagamba the quality of your debate.
Kale nga betukene maaso kwa sibudde banafa abate emboozi eyongere kusanyuka TV tujja kwatukene maaso ne kwa NBS Sport kusanyuka Kingsa yetekekera 14 abo bakyagere maaso kwa bali mu haso wali nabeko NBS ajibagene maaso kwa tulinde soka jawe eza
Some moments make headlines, others quickly shape our nation, but every moment matters. This August, step into Uganda's story through the eyes of one of its finest visual storytellers. Through the Lens is back. Bigger, bolder, more compelling than ever before this August 7th, 2026. Witness the defining moments that shaped our nation, from the intensity of the 2026 general elections to the strength of our communities, the beauty of our culture, the courage of our leaders, and the resilience of our ordinary Ugandans whose stories deserve to be seen. Every frame tells a story. Through the Lens, Season 2. Experience Uganda's stories, one frame at a time.
Program lineup.